time has come to sow the bent grass on my golf green. Been waiting for ages for this, so I'm super excited to do this. So today, there's a couple of things we're going to do. We're going to put some amendments down on the sand because we're missing quite a lot of nutrients. Also going to put the seed out. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that. Sort of like hydro seeding, a little bit different, but you guys will see the process. Rake it in, start watering it. So I'm going to talk about how this is a little bit different from normal seeding and how we're going to go about it. So firstly, I just want to talk about the sand on this green. So the sand on this green is lacking quite a lot of nutrients, as you can imagine, because it's sand. So we're missing quite a bit of phosphorus, potassium, a bit of sulfur, tiny bit of calcium. They're the main ones anyway that we're missing from the green itself. So we've got a couple of different products here that I'm trialing at the moment, so to help just get a couple of different nutrients in there. So we've got, to start off, I've got MP Reno Blend, which the main reason I'm using this one is because it's carbon coated. So that's going to help with our organics in the sand itself, because we've got basically no organics in this green itself because it's sand. And it's come from a pit, so that's something we're going to have to build up over time with liquids, bit by bit. But it has got a bit of potassium in there, a little bit of sulfur, a little bit of calcium as well, which is what we need. They're the main ones we've got, and of course the carbon that's in there as well, which is going to be a great source for not only holding nutrients, but building up some of that organic matter over time as well. Next we're going the MP Cow Plus, which you just see. Got a bit of calcium, not the main reason I'm using it. The main reason I'm actually using it is because of all the potassium in here and the sulfur as well, because we are quite low on those. Now this is something I'm going to have to amend over time. One application is not going to do it for me. The next 12 months can be pretty intense with fertilizer applications, and liquids especially is going to be our main deal on this green just here, which is probably going to be mostly my Lawn Tips mix because it's got mostly everything I need in it. But this is what we're going to rake into the soil today. Now one that is really low is our phosphorus, which we're going to be using this MAP product just here, which has got a lot of phosphorus in there, so going to get that down today as well. Bought the bunker rake in this morning as well. You can see these root barrier strips I've got just here, so I could not track any seed onto the green. Leveled it out again because I haven't done it for absolutely ages. It looks really tidy at the moment actually. I pushed a little bit of sand up into some low spots as well, where I noticed there was a little bit of water sitting if we got really heavy downpour, but to be honest the water drops through it nearly straight away, so it's not too big of an issue. So I'm not worried about wash as much as I was on the outside on the ryegrass here, which after that third application yesterday, it's looking good. No! What happened there? Didn't quite have the spreader closed properly. Oh man, I just had it cracked open slightly by accident. So, as you guys can probably hear, it's quite windy today, so we are not going to be seeding today. It's just not going to work. When we're using the hose to seed, it's just going to make a mess. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how we're going to seed it, and I'll probably seed it tomorrow. Unfortunately, me and I have to seed it today. So what I've done, I've actually pre-soaked the seed in a mix of a couple of different products. This is to help with germination, and to protect against diseases as well. So put a couple of different things in there. First thing is the Vitalize. So this is one of my liquid fertilizer products. So we put this in because of the added potassium and the phosphorus as well. They're quite low though, but most of it's because of the beneficial bacteria and the trace elements in here as well, which is really going to help it germinate. and also help protecting against disease as well. Next is a liquid kelp product. So my survival here, liquid kelp is great for your roots, root establishment as well. So another reason why we're soaking the seed in this. And then I've got a wetting agent, just to help retain some moisture, and again, that can also help increase your germination and your germination times as well. Lastly, we've put in a fungicide. Now the main reason we've done a fungicide is because bent grass is, there's a high chance of getting disease in bent grass. So I'm sticking to 1 kilo per 100 square meters for the bent. I'm not going any higher. So we're gonna soak it. We have soaked, sorry, in some Subdue Max from the guys at Syngenta. And we're also going to apply some after we've got the seed down, and apply some roots on top of that as well. This is all just going to help with germination. Might as well do it. The seed's been soaking for 24 hours, probably going to soak for 48 hours now because of today is such a windy day. Like, it is ridiculous, man. The gusts are up around 40 to 50 Ks, and it's really open just here. Actually, I thought before when I started filming that was going to be fine because the wind had actually died down, but nah, we're not going to make it today. But how we're going to do it is, you can see I have this wheelie bin here. So we're going to fill this wheelie bin up with water. Now from memory, they take like nearly 100 litres. I'm pretty sure, or close to it. So fill it up with water, chuck our bent grass seed in there, which is mixed with everything, which I'll show you guys this in a minute. Then we're going to, obviously once that's mixed in there, we're going to have to agitate it like crazy. So probably with the shovel handle or something like that. Constantly agitate it, which I'm going to have a couple people help me do this. So my brother's going to come help. And then we're going to pump it out with a pump on low throttle, and then we've got like a fish mouth nozzle which we're going to spray out across the green, which I'm probably going to get my brother Josh to use it because he uses that for fertilizing all the times on his bowling green. He's got a lot more experience with that than I do. I've only used it probably when I was on the golf course. I only used it 3 times because we used to have a big red tank that I used to use, but I don't think it's working anymore. I'm not sure what they're doing now. But yeah, that's how it's working. So we're not going to be able to show you that till tomorrow, but I'll just show you guys the seed. So this is our bent grass mixed up in here, and if you look on the side here, you can see how fine bent grass really is. Like, it is ridiculously fine. Not normally that colour, it's just got a lot of fertiliser and stuff mixed in with it, and fungicide and everything. Yeah. So there's about 5, I think it's nearly 6 kilos to be honest, in there. Slight bit more than recommended application rate. We're going to go over this green probably 4, 5, 6 times when spraying this out. Right, so we're putting out the seed today. So we've got the bros here, brother-in-law coming in a minute too as well, just to help agitate actual seed in the wheelie bin we've got there. But we're just going to walk it over. So we'll put the seed in with the wheelie bin, and the pump will suck it up through the nozzle, and we'll spray it out like that. Okay, so final step for today is we're going to roll the bunker rake, just the tyres of the bunker rake, over the green here. Just because the little knobby things on the tyre help push the seed down and get you really good seed to soil contact. Now it might have like a checkerboard look across the green when it first starts growing in, but bent grass does grow sideways, so we're not going to have a problem with that. So we're going to roll it over quite a few times, taking the rake off the bunker rake, so it's not actually going to rake anything in. We're just going to use the tyres itself to press it down. We used to use the old greens mowers, the triplexes, to do it on the golf course with the smooth tyres. And the reason I don't want to use the Toro, the JD, is because I did find when I was doing this area here, it used to slip around a bit. I don't really want to slip around on the green. I want to be really particular with this bent grass. Right, all done with that. You can see it's left dimples all over the place. So the seed will germinate in those first probably, and we'll get like a checkerboard looking look across the whole area. Although it depends on how the irrigation goes. The irrigation might actually just settle that down a bit, as it has been. But as you can see, how cool. I actually reckon that looks really cool. P.S. How thick is this ryegrass looking after that fertiliser I put on it 2 days ago? Told you guys it would look so much thicker after putting some of that fert down. Bro, it's thickened up like crazy. Mate, look at this. Even the thin spots are starting to fill in. Woo! So this is the seed I put down here. This is from the guys at Advanced Seed. Now, it is a blend of bent grass. So it's called Dominant Extreme. That's the bent grass there. Got a couple of different cultivars in there. It's got Flagstick Creeping Bent Grass, 007 Creeping Bent Grass, and 777 Creeping Bent Grass. They're all about 33%. The Flagstick's at 34%. But yeah, the reason I really want to go a couple of different cultivars too is because, one, for disease resistance, because bent grass can have a lot of problems with disease resistance. And I've always found when you got a couple of different cultivars in there, you do tend to have a lot more resistance to disease. One might get taken out, one of the cultivars, like with dollar spot or something, but another one may not. It really just depends. Yeah, it's still gonna look very uniform and very nice. I mean, you can see here on the ryegrass here, like you can't see any difference in colour in the 3 different cultivars that are on the ryegrass there. So as I was saying, the seed is super fine. Don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Super fine grass. Like, it is absolutely insane how fine bent grass is. I mean, it's got a really fine leaf blade as it is when you sow it as well, but the seed is just absolutely crazy. So the main reason that we did that with water is, one, so we could put the fungicide and stuff in there and the fertilizer and everything to help sort of give it a kickstart with germination. Not that it's germinated yet, but it'll germinate just a little bit quicker now that it's actually on there, which means we need to get some water down there now. But it also helps because the seed's so fine, it stops it from blowing around in the wind too much. You got a little bit more control with it, and you do tend to get a little bit more even coverage when you do it as well. Really good way to do it. But now we've got to keep up our watering like we did with the ryegrass. So we're watering this like 4 to 5 times a day, making sure it's wet all the time, hand watering spots to get missed when the wind's about. Mate, this is one of the most important parts, keeping this water up to this now, which I'm actually really happy with the sand because it drops water through well, but also actually holds moisture really well from what I've seen over the last little while. So, mate, how exciting is this? Make sure you guys keep up to date with this. I'll be doing stories on Instagram and Facebook and stuff as well to keep you guys updated when the seed germinates, also how the ryegrass is progressing. Obviously it's going to be a pretty intense liquid fertilizer program on this because we need to get some organics into this sand profile here. So we're going to be fertilizing this like nearly once a week just for the first little while, and the fertilizer program is pretty high for the first 12 months. So lots of applications going out, which I'm actually really looking forward to doing that. Looking forward to the first cut on this, mate. This has been such an awesome journey. I've loved every part of it. Thank you guys so much for following along. We're only just getting started. Thanks guys so much for watching. Appreciate yous. I'll see you guys very soon.